Okay, well, I have some parts that I've cleaned up since I'm waiting on other parts still. This is the battery cover, I think. No, not battery cover, the starter cover. Starter cover. What else? Also, I got a plastic thing that goes on the flywheel somewhere. I got this metal screen cleaned up. I got the plastic fan, cooling fan, I guess, cleaned up. And I went ahead and cleaned off this cover here, the cowl. Okay, I also got the air cleaner assembly cleaned up. And I've got this new filter to go in. So some of the hardware was missing when I got it, so kind of just putting it together as a mock-up right now, but I think it works well with a couple of washers and a nut. I tried the wing nut and the thing won't close with the wing nut on it, so washer it is, or nut it is instead of wing nut. So I can save the wing nut for the top and go ahead and put another washer and lock nut on there, and there it is, all nice and ready to go back on the motorcycle, or lawnmower. Okay, the season of running the furnace is here, so yay, background noise. Anyway, this is the steering column after being electrolyzed overnight. It did quite a lot. I mean, yeah, I couldn't get this stuff. I think is a lot of loose stuff that I couldn't get to in the you know, with the wire brush. So I'll go ahead and try to get this guy apart and do some detail work on this, because this is supposed to turn and I don't think it does. At least we can see the snap ring, huh? Through the rust. Okay, just gotta work it loose there. There we go. Oop. Oh, and I broke my... Well, that's it for that. Let's see. I got the one that goes the other way. Maybe. There we got it. Okay. So, need to get that off now. Incidentally, I'm shopping for a new video camera. This one, I have been plagued by audio problems, and I'm thinking it's not necessarily the external mic. I think it's the little 2.5mm jack in there is making a poor connection. I could kind of, you know, I mean, I could open it up and remove the jack and just run the wires out of the hole and plug it into a regular 3.5mm jack, which I may do anyway, but instead I've ordered a new camera that is actually meant for vlogging and webcamming, as opposed to the one I'm using right now, which is a motorcycle camera. Put it on your helmet. So it's not really set up for this kind of thing, but I'd rather spend money on parts than, you know, cameras if I can help it, but I don't think I can help it anymore if I want my videos to be any better ever. Well, that may take a while. Let me come back later. Okay, well, I got it apart. Wasn't super hard, just took a little patience. Everything seems to be in good shape, but everything's in good shape, so I'm going to clean these up, wire wheel them, and get them some grease, and we should be good to go with the steering. Okay, so this actually turned out pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but that is very bright and shiny. So from here down was electrolyzed, whatever you call it. I went ahead and wire wheeled these top splines too, and the little space for the circlip. I got this guy cleaned up more or less. I mainly just paid attention to the inside here, because that's where the that's where the turning happens. The sprocket came out really good. Fits right back on the splines real easy. So and then I didn't do much with the circlip because that already has sort of a black oxide coating, and I don't want to get that. If I remove that, it'll just rust faster. So the rest of this stuff is going to get a nice good coat of grease in the hopes that it will slow down rusting for a while. And that should do it for the steering. Alright, it's all reassembled. Everything works. It's got a nice coating of grease on it, so hopefully it will rust a little slower next time. And that's it for the steering system. Everything else works, so time to move on to something else. Well, I finally have some real news. If I can get my camera in the right spot here. There we go. So, I got the two new pulleys on, and I got this linkage hooked back up for the shifter, so the shifter actually shifts. So there's reverse, neutral, some forward gears. I'm not exactly sure, I don't remember how many there are, but yeah, neutral, the whole thing rolls. Well, if this wasn't spring-loaded onto that guy. But anyway, I think the next step is to put the body back on and start hooking up putting the levers back where they go. Yeah, let's put the body back on and see if anything I've forgotten becomes apparent. Well, how about that? It still fits. So I'm pretty sure this spring that's hanging down here is still is for the mower deck, as is a spring on the other side that is in kind of a different location. I think the wires are supposed to come through that hole, and I think the parking brake lever is supposed to go along this notch here. I did manage to get the seat switch reinstalled. It's I don't know if it'll last. I may have to bypass it if it breaks, but you know, it does appear to work. So I'll have to verify that. I got all the holes lined up. I got our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, neutral, reverse, back to neutral. So that's something that's the main reason I had to take this thing apart in the first place. I still need to get that wheel off. There's a spacer missing. And I need to find all the screws that let me connect all this stuff. But I also have that upper steering wheel piece and instrument panel that still needs to go back on yet. And some of these fasteners go to that. But I'm pretty sure everything that's supposed to poke through is poking through. Oh, I need to put the steering column back on. That'll be easier to do before I put the instrument panel body part back on. This guy moves pretty good. Of course, the mower deck's not back on it yet. I haven't touched that. Well, I haven't touched any of this in months. I think the last time I worked on this was November, and here it is mid-April. So, but I'm finally out and making some progress again. So, oh, my linkage is still hooked up. I forgot. I was thinking I'm going to have to remember how all that goes, although I did make a note of it in one of my earlier videos. But yeah, so this is a bit of progress. So, you know, I close all this up and almost looks like a riding lawnmower again. So that's kind of encouraging. So I hope you found this useful, or at least entertaining. And until next time, thanks for watching.